Yeah, shit. Oh, yeah, we live, brother. We live. All right. What's the deal, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we live. We go to Twitch right now. We're doing live. There's too much. Yeah, we live. We go to Twitch. There's too much to talk about without us covering. I'm here with my brother Kratos. I asked as you guys come in, you'd be so kind to hit the like button or share button, rather. I'm not on YouTube. The share button. We're gonna have some fun today. Shout out to Cole for following the channel. The other guy for following the shit. The shot passed, but we're gonna have a little fun here today. Kratos, what's going on with you, good brother? You hear my voice? Let me grab me a bottle of water. What's going on with you, man?
Yo. Been good, man. Been good. Hearing some good things out here in the
man. Yeah. Like shit is heating up. Like we had let's before we get into the juicy stuff, we're gonna talk about Inside Xbox.
You can't do a show without me.
Oh man, here you go.
Yeah, let's go. You can't do it without me. You feel me? Let's get it started. How my family doing today, man?
Everything copacetic, good brother. Everything copacetic.
That's what I like to hear, man. Let's
man, everything's good. We're gonna talk about Inside PC. We're gonna talk about games everywhere. We're gonna party up.
I'm good because I got some W's coming today, so
we're gonna party up about I heard Sony's gonna buy up Broadband Bully, so they're gonna be an officially PlayStation licensed product. Heard a lot of things, man. Everything's man. That's what I heard, man. Yoshida be like, I heard Yoshida be following Broadband Bullies.
Facts.
He'd be like, right now Yoshida's like, I want them too.
Yeah,
I want Take Two. I want Broadband Bullies. I want to copyright Post Up's music. So all your shit is his.
Oh man!
Hey man, I heard they're sending you a music record deal, dog. You're gonna be part of Sony Music.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, guys. As you guys come in, I got a crowd today, right? As you guys come in, you be so kind again to hit the like button. We're gonna have a little bit of fun here today. I'm trying to change the title of the show. Is not letting me. All right, I don't know what the hell's going on Twitch. But anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat. You were saying what's up. Porter, what's going on, good brother? I haven't spoken to you in a minute. What's going on?
Chilling, whatever. Been doing what I can on my channel. I haven't been doing podcasting much. Just been fitting stuff where I can. Work's been hectic. Been playing a little bit of Anthem. Got Division, Hong Kong Massacre. Already got Days Gone pre-ordered. Man, it's a lot of games coming out. Oh, yeah. Crazy. This shit's getting crazy, bro. This shit's a lot of content, man. Shit's fucking. My wife's getting fucking slaughtered, bro.
All right. Well, did you try Anthem?
Yeah, I've been playing that. In fact, I finished most of it. I did the Heart of Rage, which is like the last main story. I'm doing some side shit to boost up my level. And once I get level 30, I'm gonna leave it alone until the next big update and stuff.
Oh, I'm level 30. I got I think 2 or 3 master weapons. But after that,
that's what I want to do. I wanna try to beat the 3 strongholds at Grandmaster level 3. Oh man. Once I do that, I'm gonna put it down. Okay. My character's not up there yet. So.
Okay. I'm sorry not to cut you off again.
Oh yeah, and then hopefully Gears will be on the PlayStation Store, so I can pre-order that. That's it.
We ain't started. Y'all can stop that nonsense right now.
We're gonna be good.
Y'all can stop that nonsense right now. Y'all don't want
hey, look at this. Look at this.
Y'all don't want them 60 rated games on y'all platform. Y'all don't play 50 or 60 rated games. So don't start this. I'm here today playing. I got time. I got time today.
Hey, Gears is an 80 rated game, so we do that. Gears is quality. You know what I'm saying? So we'll take that. We're not asking for crackdowns. I can keep that shit.
Let down 3. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, Post, what's going on, brother? Everything smooth?
Everything smooth. My off day today.
Shit.
I've been missing in action due to work.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, man.
Music that needed to be recorded and mixed and stuff, but I'm good.
So I'm telling you, Sony gonna copy that shit too.
I got some.
Post will be happy about that though.
Yeah, I know. I just got an email now. It said Sony letter of intent. I'm trying to see what they talking about now.
If tomorrow he comes back, you know what? I'm not feeling Xbox no more.
You signed that,
They force fed me a couple Yoshida pills. Next thing you know, Yoshida pills.
You'll see him in the God of War 2 orchestra credit.
Lyrics by say him doing a rap for Kratos. Exactly. So it's crazy, man.
Yeah, he'll be on stage on 8-3, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, something like T-Pain.
But shit. Well, the first like before we start the show, I asked what's already right, Kratos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't want to be rude. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys, I'm saying that my integrity is always in question. Remember that, right? At the beginning and at the end, my integrity is always in question.
That dirty ass PC.
Hey yo, no more. I ganked him. So get here. He wasn't rocking it right. So get here. Yo, he made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. Give me that pic. I said, my man, you ain't take that picture right. Give me that pic.
I can't take it. I'm like, Z, not again. What is it, yo, Z? You and PC do not get along, bro.
Hey, man, I think it's funny. You know what? I just think it's the funniest shit. They go back with what I can't afford. I'll be sitting back, this motherfucker bugging. Like, what? Like, I'm like, all right, fine, fuck. I'm doing these podcasts on my cell phone. I'm doing these podcasts from the Xcloud. All this fancy shit you see going on right now is coming to you via the Xcloud.
I said this man Z done got a new piece and he is copying and pasting on advanced. on advanced. Yo, so what he done now?
Yeah, told my integrity is always in question. You know what I mean? He wasn't rocking that picture right. You know what I mean? I gave everybody knew who he was. I gave him
I made it a hot song.
I gave him his 2 minutes of fame. Now he taking videos and shit. Oh, man, get the fuck out my face, bro. Somebody want to see a video. Yeah, video me and your grandmother. We out of here. Have a blessed day.
Same picture, but he ain't rocking the picture right. Let me show him how to do this.
You know what I mean? When he got about 4 followers on Instagram, let me get this right quick, fam. Let me get this. Let me upload this shit right quick, fam. Hold up.
Ain't nobody looking at this shit. Let me just
hold up. Oh, we got the same PC. Oh, I think it's a little more powerful, but we gotta get that right quick, bro.
I'm like fucking Z, bro. I'm like, this dude's a piece of shit.
You know I know to start a pot.
No morals.
You know I know morals. Hey yo, you lucky to have a picture of his wife up there. I took that. His trophy wife. Like, yeah, oh man, it's my trophy wife right here. Hold up. Give me that.
This dude got no morals.
Yeah, that's his wife. Damn, so you got white bitches? Yeah, I got white bitches and everything, bro. Give me that right there.
This dude got no morals.
Hey, yo, it's crazy. Right back to arguing with himself. Well, let me see a video. Listen, ain't no beat. Fuck out of here, man. But anyway, though, yesterday was Inside Xbox. Yeah, I ain't got none. You know, my shit always in question. I see Facebook down.
You could call them everything but a child of God.
Anything. I told you my integrity is always in question. Damn, you know what I mean? They gotta be lying. I'm dead ass, man. My integrity is always in question.
This is Don King, motherfucker. You can't trust this dude.
Nah, you can't, man.
When Z offers you a contract, man, you better.
Man.
You better get the biggest law firm.
Hey, bro, I lie to my family, lie to my wife. I borrow money, don't pay it back. I got a drug habit. Just listen. I'm always in question. Listen, I got a very sketchy background. You can't trust me, bro. For real, man. Shit. But like I said, yesterday we had Inside Xcloud. Inside Xbox. They had the show. I don't know if you guys got to see it. I watched it yesterday. I wanted to take a nap. This shit put me to sleep. You know what I mean? As always. But what did you guys take from the show? To me, that was more like inside PC than anything. Like, I this is my opinion. I'm gonna shut the hell up. I think right now, maybe Post may disagree, but I think it's safe to assume we can consider Microsoft as a third-party publisher at this point. You know what I mean? We're not talking about Halo going to the Microsoft store. The criminal we're talking about is in Steam. With all the bells and whistles, I think right now, like I said, it's safe to assume.
And free Xbox Live.
To consider them a third-party publisher. You know what I mean? But what do you guys think about the show? When words in buddy mouth. We can talk about the Xcloud shit next, and then the other shit.
Let me start off because my point will be quick. Because I didn't see the show after the first Inside Xbox. I never watched it again. I just wait till I see like a quick snippet from a YouTube video where they cut out the bullshit and they go to the meat and potatoes, right? So the meat and potatoes, this is pretty much what we've been trying to tell you. Microsoft, this is the honest truth, and this is no bullshit, right? Microsoft cannot reach the audience it needs to reach with the Xbox One hardware. It's limited in countries, it's limited in regions, right? And Microsoft is the largest corporation in the world. They are not satisfied with just having a regional product. That's not saying that the Xbox console is bad, but when you don't become a juggernaut worrying about, small piddles. You know what I'm saying? Small puddles. You want the big storm, right? They found a way. They want to do with Xbox, or at least with gaming, what they did with their IT software, which is they put their software globally in every region of the world on the backs of other people providing the hardware. You understand what I'm saying? That's how Windows is the most highly recognized and most widely used operating system in the world. Because Microsoft didn't say, hey, with Windows, we're going to sell a computer. No, let Dell sell the computer. Let Asus sell the computer. Let IBM, Lenovo. Let Toshiba. Hell, at one point, Sony. Let all these motherfuckers create the hardware. Let them battle it out on who had the best hardware, who had the best configuration, Alienware. Let them all do that.
Yeah.
But we're going to give them the software to run all those PCs. And that's how Windows is on every single region of the world. Microsoft is adopting that strategy with the gaming platform, So whether it's called Xbox or Microsoft Gaming, doesn't matter. They want that shit. I mean, look at it right now. Steam?
You can comply to IT tech.
Let's look at a PC, right? Look at this. Is Steam not a competitor to Windows 10 Store? It's a direct competitor.
Well, I don't
on the same platform, Steam is a one-on-one competitor to Windows 10.
In the form of the Microsoft Store in the shape that it's in now, Microsoft Store is not even a threat to Steam. And in terms of this whole Halo thing, this is something that gamers, the community, been asking for years as far as Halo being on PC. And I think Microsoft would have did it a disservice just allowing it to remain on the Microsoft Store, given the shape that it's in. They had to put it on Steam. And
so let me ask you this:
Gamers been asking for it to come on Steam as well. Gamers been asking for it to come on Steam as well. This is just something gamers been asking for. If they would have left it, I'm just saying, if they would have left it on that Microsoft Store, given the shape that it's in now, a lot of people would have been reluctant to do it, but gamers have been asking for it not only to come to PC, but make it accessible on Steam as well.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what's the difference?
To everybody,
so let me ask you this: what's the difference between? How is it different putting Master Chief Collection or Halo on Steam? How is it any different than putting it on PlayStation? What's the difference? Because listen, Microsoft puts it on Steam. Steam gets a 30% cut, and it's to an audience that now says, I don't need Windows Store.
Well, Microsoft, the PC is a platform that Microsoft been supporting long before they had an Xbox, brother.
I know, but listen, I understand that, but Microsoft isn't selling Windows through gaming. They already dominate. They won that battle. That battle's over with. The whole Windows versus Apple versus Linux, it's over. There is no OS war.
Yeah. Right.
Everybody is Windows. There is no OS war. Microsoft doesn't need to try to sell Windows to anybody. Yeah. That's already done. They won that shit decades ago.
Right. They own like 800 million PCs.
Yeah.
Right now.
So see, that's what I'm saying. So there is no window. There is. Well, we're gonna put games on Steam because we want to make sure Windows is still relevant. No, that shit's over. No. Now by putting Master Chief Collection on Steam, the users on PCs like, cool, it's on Steam. I don't need to fuck with the Windows 10 store, which means Steam, because of Steam, they get to play Master Chief Collection.
Nobody want to fuck with that store right now.
I know.
But I don't blame them though.
No, but I'm saying, but if Microsoft wants Windows 10 store to be bigger and get more users, they have to put exclusive content on that store. They have to
agree with that.
Yeah, but they're not doing it. So
because they need to fix it first, which they're doing behind the scenes.
It could be broken. It is what it is.
It's broken. It's broken, and they're fixing it. They got a new store coming behind the scene, but it's not ready yet.
Even if they do fix it, they can't go back. They're not going to go back. They put their biggest franchise on Steam. They ain't going back to that. Yeah, it's already a done deal. You know what I'm saying? Right. So what's the difference between doing that, what they did with Steam, and doing the same thing on PlayStation. They put the game on PlayStation. They'll have a lot more users, a lot more console users to sell to, and Sony only gets Sony only gets a 30% cut. Look, the 70% belongs to them.
Look, P-Rock, don't come to me with that mess.
I'm asking.
Don't come to me with that mess. We're gonna talk about it today. Like I said, I got time.
I'm asking you, business-wise, how is it any different? What would be the concern for Microsoft putting Halo on PlayStation?
Look, man.
It ain't console sales. It ain't that.
We finna do this, man. We don't need to put nothing on PlayStations.
Why not?
But there's millions of other devices out there that they can put their content on.
Okay, listen.
And we don't need to have this conversation anyway. You guys shitted on the Microsoft library the whole year for the last couple years, and now we in a discussion on why they should bring their library over to the PlayStation.
Because y'all didn't buy them.
That's
because y'all didn't buy the game.
Kratos, come on, don't hide and seek. You hide when you about to cast the LD, try to seek when the W appear. Come on now, hide.
Listen, I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying what's stopping them from making that decision. I'm not saying they should.
I definitely understand that.
What is stopping them from saying hell no when I?
Now, on a serious note, P-Rock, I understand what you're saying. If I listen to the conversations that Microsoft is having, even at the Steam announcement, pretty much said, "Look, we're going to put our content where gamers enjoy to play them," and that's why they said another reason outside of gamers asking for it. But their whole new idea as far as putting their games where gamers are comfortable with playing, meaning that you don't have to come to our hardware. We're going to bring our content to you. And so for future purposes, not in the near future, but if I think far out, at one point, someday you probably see Xbox games on the PlayStation platform. But I think it might be vice versa as well. I don't think it's in the near term, but I think probably some years later down the line when streaming is a big thing, you probably see that. And you
streaming, man.
The only reason Microsoft is doing what they're doing is because their hardware didn't sell. That's the only reason. If their hardware sold, we would not be in this situation.
No. That's 1,000%. Because Sony hardware sold, and they're still doing the same thing.
No, they're not. They're much better. They're much better. They're in a much better position than Microsoft.
Come on now.
Post up. Let's say like this, right?
Okay. Y'all gonna catch the L. I'm just gonna wait. Sony announced it. Don't hide and seek. Don't hide and seek.
Here's the thing. In order to announce it, right, it has to be a business-minded decision, right? Okay? That's the truth, right? Sony right now, because of the method they're doing right now, they're doing the best they have ever done in gaming. Mm-hmm. They are right now, right, because of PS4 and how they're treating it, the strategy they did with PS4, they are the most successful first-party hardware developer in gaming.
Okay.
Listen. Okay. They are making so much money with this strategy that just one segment of PlayStation, which is PSN, made more money than the entire Xbox gaming division. Okay. Now, if you were Sony, let me put it this way. Codero, who's in charge of Sony now, he's the head guy.
I got you. I'm just going to let you get your sauce off. Get your sauce off. I got you.
Let me finish. Right? Codero's in charge of PlayStation. It's not Sean Layden. Codero's in charge, right? If Codero had to go to Sony and report Phil Spencer's numbers, he would be fired. That's how big I'm not even trolling or talking shit. That's how far ahead what PlayStation 4 has done. What makes you think Sony's going to instantly, with a snap of a finger, completely change that strategy?
Because that's saying,
I'm going to say this, on an unproven business method, because game streaming on phone is not unproven. It's not.
You're saying it's unproven now.
It's unproven to be a big business revenue.
You're saying it's unproven now, but we're not talking about now. We're talking about 5 to 10 years out. And see, and Codero, the one who's running Sony, was the one that said we're no longer dabbling in the penny pinching of hardware sales. We're moving to software services. Sean Layton just said he sees a future of gaming beyond consoles. Sean Layton just said that streaming, putting games on other devices is the future of gaming. Yeah, but now he just said that in the Game Informer interview.
He's talking about in the next 100 years.
Right.
Next
hold up.
You know what, Kratos? Go sit your ass in the corner right now.
He did say that. There's no damage control behind that. But the interviewer asked him specifically a question about the future. Everybody sees that interview as Sean Lane is talking about the PS5. The dude could be talking about PS9.
No. I wasn't saying he was talking about the PS. Okay. See, when I'm saying Sony is going to take this route, I'm not saying that it's like yesterday. I'm saying they're putting. If you look at the job description and things like that they're leading away on putting console.
That was one job. That was one job description for one position.
No.
And you already.
It's one position, meaning they already have a team in place working on it.
No. But here's the thing. You are correct. But the job position is just simply to bring cloud gaming, right? Console quality gaming to other devices.
Console quality gaming to any device.
To any device. Sony is already doing that with PS Now. PS Now is on PC. You can play console quality
That's
PlayStation
not
games.
any device though. That's just
no.
Don't start that bullshit now.
Listen. Sony doesn't have the manpower because they tried it and they peeled it back. They don't have the manpower to support more devices than PlayStation 4 and PC with PS Now. By hiring more people, they can take PS Now, the system they have now, and now make it to more than just PC. They could put it on.
They did it at a time where the technology and the infrastructure wasn't there. I can see why they pulled back on it. If you I don't really have the infrastructure that they have. The bandwidth is not there yet. I can see why they pulled back, but I guarantee you they will be doing the same thing again that Microsoft is doing.
But the job posting, and this is the how with Mass, the job posting does not talk about how they're going to treat.
Hey, hold on, let me put a bit of quick. Hey, Post, we got a bill for you, Post. So my man Trunk's backing out. Trunk, what's up, Trunks?
Let me put my broke glasses on.
Oh shit!
My glasses coming in the middle.
Celebrity Capo Trunks is in.
Who we trying to get? You know I can't see.
You see the blue?
I think I see Trunks. I see him. With the 100 bits, right? With the 100 bits.
Yeah.
He say, "What's up, mother?" It's Trunks. Hey, Post, mother. You still shucking and jiving for that drive? Okay, I see. Just face it. Xbox is a service. Enjoying Halo on Steam on my PC, free with no XBL. I see you got your going on. That's what we doing today. I got time today. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh shit.
Now look, the whole job description was for a cloud delivery network. So when it says CDN, it didn't say system, it said a network, meaning that right now Sony
PSN, PS Now.
That's what PS Now is.
Right. So they're putting. So that means PS Now is getting the upgrade, right?
Of course.
It's going to be able to
be on iOS.
It's going to be able to deliver that content now. I'm not saying that PlayStation 4 games are going to be on Xbox or Nintendo, but they will be on every other device that Microsoft is putting theirs on: tablets, phones, iOS, Android devices, and things like that.
The big deal.
I do believe that even with this rumor that we're going to get into with Take-Two Interactive, and I said this on previous shows, I said that you're going to see Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo buying up devs, whether big or small, due to the competition that's coming in due to streaming. Because if they don't do it now, the Googles, the Amazon is going to come in and buy up these big companies when they're ready to make that move. And now we got a rumor. You see Microsoft buying studios, and now we got this rumor today of Sony buying up Take-Two Interactive. It's only right that they get it before the companies who could come in with an open checkbook and try to test them in terms of streaming do the same thing. So I was right in that perspective. I still do believe that their exclusives, when it's all said and done on a streaming platform, will be day and date. They will change that to their exclusives being day and date, because in order to compete, if they don't have their exclusives day and date, you're just paying for a cloud streaming backwards compatibility service. And what's the point in that? Who want to buy into a streaming service where you have to wait on exclusives to come and you only have access to maybe PS3, PS2, and old PS4 games? When you got other companies that's going to be buying up games and having their big game in their content day and day. I do think at one point Sony will make that change.
Yeah, but the only thing but to make that decision, Sony, the difference between Google, Amazon, and Microsoft, right? While we'll use Google and Amazon, they don't have a dedicated device that solidified them as the king of the mountain in gaming. Sony does. So a decision like that will impact the PlayStation hardware. It's going to impact, be like, well, I don't need PlayStation hardware no more. You understand? Now, if it gets to the point, let's say PlayStation 5 flops, right? Let's say for whatever reason, Sony does something stupid and PlayStation 5 becomes the new PS3 where it doesn't sell, then I could see them be like, all right, we got to push game streaming because this console's not selling. Shit's fucking up. The money's changing. You understand? But if PlayStation 5 blasts off the gate, if PlayStation 6 blasts off the gate and repeats PlayStation 4 or even gets bigger, it's harder for them to say you don't need a PlayStation 5 for this when the PlayStation 5. You understand what I'm saying? It's easy for Microsoft to do it because
I understand what you're saying,
really
but
Google to make
I just think companies are beyond. I just think companies are beyond selling to the same 150, 200 million customers.
I'm gonna say this. This is the reason why
Microsoft's Xbox is beyond that.
Oh, here though. This is the reason why I don't think
beyond that in terms of hardware. You can go ahead.
This is the reason why I don't think game streaming is going to catch on as people think just because it's just going to be bought. This is the number one reason. Number one, the primary audience for mobile gaming, right, is people like my wife. Like if you look at iOS, look at the top games on iOS, right? In fact, I'll look at it right now. Look at I'm gonna tell you the top 5 games right now. Look at the shit they're playing, and this is not even fucking. This is what they're interested in, right? This is what they're playing. This is the shit they want, right? It's there we go. Scroll up. Top games right now. Top games right now. Number 1, top game right now, iOS, Roller Splat. Number 2, Unicorn Chef. Number 3, Color Bump. In fact, let me look at Fortnite. How Fortnite is ranked 14th.
You looking at
the number 1 most console can't even crack top 10, and it's free.
You're looking at it from a wrong. You're looking at it from a wrong perspective.
No.
It's not in terms of content. You're looking at it as in content. I'm looking at it as in accessibility.
Okay, listen. But that's the I love. They say, it's accessible. Is console gaming really inaccessible to a phone user?
I'm not saying it's inaccessible. I'm not saying it's inaccessible.
I'll pay the bills real quick. Hold up.
That's what I'm saying. If they want, go ahead, play the bills.
You say, what's goody, big homie?
AP the shooter.
AP, AP on stage. Today, we ain't doing. What's good at Big Homie Z and the panel and chat, and I already know Post got his cloud onesie damage control and that. Okay, you gonna start already. We ain't finna do this. Continue, PR.
You know what I'm saying? The main thing is, let's say Sony offers up PS Now for phone users, right? Because that's the big audience. That's the primary audience. The dedicated mobile users that don't play PC, that don't play consoles. They play their iOS, they play their Android. Those are the games they play. And you tell them, hey, for $10 a month, $15 a month, you can play God of War. And they're like, well, I could play Roller Splat for free. How do you convince that person to play God of War for $15 a month when they get Roller Splat for free? That's the idea. So now
that's what these companies gonna have to.
They're not gonna convince them. Let me put it this way:
these Microsoft
if iOS put Roller Splat on Xbox, you gonna play that as your number 1 game? No.
That's not my game.
Exactly. That's the thing I'm trying to tell console gamers. People look at mobile gamers as if they know what the fuck they like. Like, the only reason why you like these games is because you ain't got God of War. Once you give you God of War, you're gonna play this shit.
If I take an example, we look at Z, right? Z just got a powerful PC, right? He got all these systems.
You can't use Z?
Hold on, I can use Z. Because Z got all the systems. He got the Switch,
this dude
he got the Sony, he got the Xbox, he got the PC, he got
multi-platform.
We have everything. But his preferred place to play is on console. Even though he got this powerful PC, the first thing Kratos and Bash and them said, boot up the PC, let's go. And he say, nah. I love playing on my.
The only reason
he can't even keep his.
Yeah, the only reason Z play on Xbox is he got a short thumb and a long finger. That's all.
The whole point is, if Sony, and I say this to everybody, if Sony and this, let me put it this way: out of all the first parties, Sony has their clear streaming service. It's out there. It's available. Not once have you seen me joyride on this. I thought it's a bad idea. In fact, I felt sideways about it. Like, yo, these motherfuckers are trying to do something, yet the money that's being spent the most is on PSN, and the motherfuckers give us dedicated service. Hell, at least do name change. Can you do something for the people that's making you rich? Like, no one's really interested in PS Now. You're doing the most with it. But yet the motherfuckers that are giving you money want dedicated servers. They want a better party chat. They want name change. They ain't getting the shit. Like, what the fuck? How can I get a better download speed?
I think that's going to come
so
next
I never rode on the cloud streaming because I do not believe people like my wife give a fuck.
Yeah,
so that if they don't give a fuck, then who's the second audience? And this is where I think the real money comes. It's the same gamers bought a console, right? Let's say like you, Pro Stuff. You bought a console. You're paying for Xbox Live. You're paying for Halo. You're buying gears. Got Game Pass, right? And now Microsoft's like, hey, Pro Stuff, you want to play these games on the go? You'd be like, hell yeah, I'm at work. I'll play Gears at work. Cool. $15 a month, please. And you'll play it. You're paying more money for shit you already own just because you're on the go. That's what these motherfuckers are doing. That's what they're doing. You're not going to get Xcloud for free.
No. I'm already in the ecosystem.
We are in the ecosystem.
That Xcloud stuff is going to be an additional to the service that I'm already
going to pay for it.
You know what I'm saying? And it's ain't newcomers like that. It's ain't newcomers saying, hey, if you don't have an Xbox and you just want to be able to access our content on the go, then this is what we'll charge you a month. They have to find out a way to pitch that to me. But in terms of me, I'm already invested.
Xcloud is not going to be part of Game Pass fee. It's not going to be like
I guarantee you Xcloud become a part of Xbox services.
Here's the truth. Here's the truth. I'm going to tell you exactly now. On PS Now, if you sign up for PS Now, you don't have to pay for PSN Plus because the multiplayer is included with PS Now. You can play the multiplayer like Call of Duty, whatever, as part of the PS Now service. But Game Pass, you gotta pay Xbox Live. It's not included in your Game Pass. I'm telling you, Xcloud will be a separate fee.
Now that's an L, right? Now that's an L right there.
It's not an L right there.
And that's something that they're going to have to address. That's something they're going to have to address.
Yo, you're talking
that's an L right there.
You're talking about the dudes who won't even allow to play on Gold. Now I'm telling you, Cloud will be a separate fee for everyone. That's
a fair then, P-Dog.
Even you come
I think the whole subscription thing gonna get shaken up. Prices are gonna be new tiers.
I'm telling you, if they do
that, then it's fair for us, definitely.
Gold or like Platinum, they might do instead of Xbox Live Gold, we got Xbox Live Platinum for $75 or $80. Pass Xbox Live and Cloud, which is the same thing. You're still being charged extra money.
I think PSN and PS Now next gen is going to become one. I don't think they're going to be two different services. I think it's going to be two different price points and tiers that Sony's going to be able to offer you in terms of what you get. I think all this stuff going to get shooken up. You know what I'm saying? In terms of price points, in terms of tiers, in terms of what you're going to be able to do. I don't think that these streaming services are going to be isolated by themselves from the PSNs and the Xbox Live. I think they all come together and they provide you a package based on your
Even if they did a package, you're still getting charged. You could get PS Now and PSN for $80 a month. I mean, $80 a year. That's still charging you for PS Now. So Michael go off again. If they go, hey, we're going to give you Xbox Live Platinum or Xbox Live Titanium service. So for $90 a year, you get Game Pass, you get Xcloud, and you get Xbox Live. They are still charging you for those.
Let me pay the bills real quick.
I'm telling you, Xcloud is not going to be free.
Okay, I mean, Sony is still charging you for PSN and PS. I mean, it's a service. You're still going to get charged. Anyway, if you don't have PSN now, are you able to use cloud backups and all that stuff?
Oh, no, I can use PSN cloud backups. Part of PSN. That's not part of PS Now.
I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying. I see a future where
I'm telling you, when Microsoft when all this shit gets flushed out, you be like, "Woo, play Gears on the go," and you click on your phone, it's gonna say subscribe for $15 a month. You're gonna be like,
hold on. Let me pay the bills.
Is you fucking with me, dog?
I don't see that.
That's gonna be bullshit.
Around the corner, though.
I'm telling, bro. Can you honestly believe Microsoft's not gonna do
what is going on?
No, I don't believe. I believe Xcloud,
Game
Game Pass, and Xbox Live will be become a cohesive package. It'll be different levels
for like $90.
I think Sony is going to do the same thing. PS Now and
stop dragging Sony.
Hold on.
Smart. Why would you split your base? Okay, go ahead.
No. Let me pay the bills real quick. My man Merrill, when he said P-Rock is right. People like my wife and side chicks still going to play Candy Crush. They don't want to play real games.
Well, that's your wife. It's only one of your wives, man. You can't play your wife thinking to the whole world.
Up, man. I'm telling you,
unless you're Muslim.
No, listen. This is just gonna be an addition. That's all it is.
Roller Splat is the number one game, dog.
I don't care what's the number one game in on mobile. It's all about being able to access your content on the go. Who is that going to be valuable for? Who is going to enjoy that?
You know what I'm saying? Mobile gamers is going to be like swipe left.
Let me ask you a question. All right. Well, okay.
Swipe left to that shit. God of War? Swipe left.
Let me ask you a question.
Swipe left. Roller Splat. That's my shit.
Hey, yo. let me ask you a question, Pete Rock. To be fair, let me ask you a question. Now, we're going to finally see what Google plans are Monday.
Next week,
yeah, Monday. Rumor has it that they're working on the static, hardware that's more powerful than standard consoles, the X and the Pro, and on top of the
CUDA cores is
that's rumor. We're gonna see Monday. You know, what I mean, they put it a little.
Hold on, did he give you this rumor?
Nah, it's all over the day.
Okay.
And they teaming up with Sega. Somehow it was away. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, right? And like I said, I told you before, I know you feel about streaming, but I guess maybe it depends on the ideal environment. I have 300 up, 300 down, but I know the minimum required specs are 15 up, 15 down. For the optimal experience, is 25 up, 25 down. But I told you I was playing, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it was bananas. Like, it literally worked, right?
You're the only one that's done it right.
Yeah, what Microsoft showed yesterday, right? And again, I don't know what Sean Layton means when he says he sees a future outside of consoles. But do you think it's safe to say that maybe even Sony, maybe they're looking at their 2 billion gamers, you know what I mean? Like, if we got this console day here on Smash, let's go get this 1 billion across the street. You don't think it's fair that they're going to look at the same way if they can?
Well, Sean Layton talked about this when they talked to me, and he said himself, that was like in February, that PlayStation has 168 countries to worry about. And he said, sure, you might have Stockholm and Seoul, Korea, but they have other users that don't have the infrastructure like that, you know? So he knows PlayStation or hardware in general is the only guaranteed way to cater to 168 countries, right? That doesn't mean you still can't invest in a PSN infrastructure to cater to those with more better infrastructure. I think Sony, until the money changes, will continue to do what they're doing now. They're going to be out with dedicated hardware. That's going to be the main heart of their strategy. But then they also have PlayStation Now. It won't be equivalent to a PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 6. Again, money changes everything. But it will be an option if you want to play PlayStation 3 games on the go, PlayStation 2, maybe a select PlayStation 4 games. Because remember, they had Until Dawn. Bloodborne went on PS Now after 2 years. I could see them doing that. Because I could see them be like, all right, after 2-3 years,
Uncharted.
We sold enough Spider-Man copies.
Microsoft is still in the. I got that. Microsoft is still in the hardware business as well. They got another Xbox coming out, even though they're moving forward with a cloud initiative that really is not going to be effective until, like I said, 5 or 10 years now. This cloud streaming thing is not about today. It's not about tomorrow. They're preparing now for something that's going to be viable in the future to where they think the market is going. And that's why I say Sony is doing the same. It's not about them changing everything to cloud-based streaming now or tomorrow. It's about putting themselves in a position for when things start to transition in the next 5 or 10 years that they already there and not and no other company is beating them there.
Yeah.
But they
this is the thing, though.
I say the fine line between PS Now being the equivalent to the console is money. If the money's dropping for dedicated hardware and the money's dropping for cloud gaming, then I see them doing the switch. It really comes down to who's bringing in the drip.
I'm about to pay the bill.
If dedicated hardware with exclusives day one is bringing in more drip than PS Now, and PS Now doesn't look like it.
Well, I mean, content and services overall is bringing in money.
What?
Your content, services and software is bringing in more money than the hardware right now.
No, not on PlayStation.
Services, yes, it is.
It's not on Blue.
I'm gonna put you right now. We're gonna use.
Why I say we're getting out of the hardware business more on software and services? Software and services is not providing the most revenue right now.
I know, but here's the point.
No, I'm sorry. Pay the bill.
Pay the bill. Me and P-Rock for the advantage today. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Shout out to Vector 60409 with the 100 bits. Can you imagine if Sony manages to pull off and purchase Take-Two Interactive, and Microsoft gets mad and decides to try to purchase Electronic Arts, and if Microsoft purchase went through and the purchase included the exclusive rights to Madden and FIFA, and then Microsoft decides to make Madden and FIFA exclusive to Xbox and PC, and all of you know all the European countries love FIFA, Microsoft might end up taking down Sony by forcing everybody to buy a next generation Xbox and PC. That is, it's an update to that rumor, but we'll get to that.
It's one more.
One more.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah. Harry Lane.
Okay, let me see here. Geico wasn't purchased for free by Sony, or Xcloud wasn't done out of no money invested, and you people believe PS Now and Xcloud will be free services inside of PS Plus and Xbox Live subscriptions. Seriously, bro?
It's targeted for the mobile market. The mobile market's not going to pay anything extra. Let's be serious.
No, bullshit. Look, this with the Xcloud, Microsoft is looking at Google and Amazon. It's not looking at Sony at the moment. That's the competition.
I agree. I agree with you, Sean. I agree because I agree. Microsoft knows that they can't.
Here's my question. So, in order to be true, what has Google done in Amazon? They have. Everybody's getting Google and Amazon
because Puerto Rock. This is why. Wait. Let me tell you.
At least come out with games.
No, Puerto Rock. This is why, right? This is right. They got their butt kicked so bad they want to start over from scratch with everybody else.
Man, stop being messy, bro. Stop being messy. Look, when it comes to the cloud service,
what has Google and Amazon done? What they done? Sony's
you're gonna find out next
week. Cody versus Amazon Prime.
Listen, on the serious note. So listen, the two biggest companies in the planet is Apple and Microsoft. There's no doubt about it. The two biggest giants, and they interchange every based on their stock value. But there is no doubt there is
Amazon as well. You forgot.
No. They kill Amazon. It's not even close to Apple and Microsoft. Those two, they're alone. They're the two biggest companies in the world. Period. Right? Sony's bigger than both of them in gaming. So it isn't about the size. Sony slaps the shit out of Apple in gaming in terms of gaming revenue. Apple's not even close. All right? So let's not confuse being a big company with dominating gaming. Totally different arena. It's like Jordan. Just because you were the man in the NBA doesn't mean you're going to be hot shit in the MLB. Now, son, you're getting these strikeouts. You're going to get KO'd in this motherfucking league. Get your ass back on the floor because the diamond don't want you here. That's the exact scenario. The biggest giants can't touch Sony at this point. That's not even bragging or talking shit. That's the reality. So I give no props to Google and Amazon. All right? Amazon, you got Amazon Prime and get my shit delivered in 2 days. That's Amazon. In terms of gaming, you got Twitch. That don't mean shit. They haven't done anything. So why everybody giving props to Amazon Google when they done nothing?
You're looking at the small term.
They done nothing.
No, P-Rock, listen there. Next week, we're going to find out what Google's got. Straight up.
So what? They got some
shit down the line. They got some shit down the line.
Look at Microsoft introduced Windows Phone like 8 years ago. What did they do?
Amazon is the biggest.
You see what I'm saying? They done just because you're a big company doesn't mean you're gonna have success in a certain area. I remember when
I agree with that.
hold on. I remember when Sony announced PSP for the first time. The whole world thought they were gonna smash the fuck out of Nintendo because of PlayStation 2 what they did. Everybody thought it's over. It's a wrap for Nintendo. Sony got this. Look where they at now.
All right, hold on. I'm back. Hold on. This ain't the Pete Rock Pony show. This is not the Pete.
I hold up. Pay the bills.
I'm back.
I pay the bills.
Both Vita consoles sold by one dude. You know what I'm saying?
On the bill.
Listen, yeah.
And AP the shooter said Muslims ain't dumb. I don't know. I missed that comment. I don't know. That shit went over my head, AP. And is that 50? My man Mel Winston 50 bits.
I'll just Google and Amazon talk.
Yeah.
It might end up like Steam machine. Then what exactly? Let me see.
Still missing the point, man.
Did I?
All I'm saying is we can't give Amazon props. They have to.
Well, here's one thing.
No, we're gonna look at Google for now because Google's coming in on next week.
Let me say this right here. As far as
you take two, that's just.
And if that controller, if that there, boy, I hope that my controller ain't.
All right, listen. Listen.
That's what they thinking. That ain't it.
Hold on, let me say this one thing right before we switch topics.
They're making that for the ponies.
All right, let me say this one thing before we switch topics. I wanted to talk about the Take-Two thing. Here's the thing, though, right? I think Google's that we are all connected in this way. Poor Rock, that Google, whether it's your YouTube, your Gmail, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And I would take them serious. Like I said, they coming in and they're supposed to be rumored with, like I said, partner with Sega. And if this hardware, not no goddamn Ouya box. I'm just talking about if it's a static goddamn box. I would look at them like, when, like at Microsoft, how they came in and bought up a lot of shit, money had a lot of second party deals and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, depends on me on the hardware and the ecosystem. Maybe they have it a way you can stream from your consoles to YouTube, 4K, 60 HDR, all types of shit. You know what I mean? So, and they have, like I said, unlimited resources. You know what I mean? I forgot what they're worth, but they're right up there with Google, Amazon, and and who else? Google, Amazon, and who else? Sony and Microsoft. You know what I mean? So I think they have to be considered, because they're already in our living rooms with the Google Chromecast and
But again, that's something that's not outside of gaming. For all we know, they're gonna introduce one out. River of Robbers. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but like I said, we're gonna have to wait to see Monday. You know what I mean?
Fuck the goddamn water.
It's just fuck the water. You know what I mean?
River of Robbers. Like what?
Yeah, you know what I mean. We're gonna find. I guess we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out Monday. GDC. We're gonna with all the hype is about. But moving right along. I'm sorry. What's up with that?
That's that Blockbuster talk.
Yeah.
When Netflix came in the scene, everybody, you was doing that Blockbuster. Like, who the fuck are these dudes? Until they took over the game.
Well, with Netflix, yeah, you know what I mean. But we're gonna see. But rumor has, let me go to the article here.
There's a false narrative about that whole Blockbuster, but that's a discussion of another time.
All right. It said rumor Sony is looking to buy Take-Two Interactive. As the next generation looms on the horizon, Sony and Microsoft are both doing everything they can to prepare for a strong launch and emerge as the early leader. Microsoft has been buying up small and medium-sized studios left and right, but Sony might just be going for the win all in one move, according to the latest rumblings from the industry analysts. Sony is trying to buy out Take-Two Interactive. What are you guys' thoughts about that? I'm gonna see if I can get one with it. I don't think that Rockstar will sell Take-Two. I don't know who else they have that makes games.
No, Take-Two owns Rockstar.
I'm gonna say this.
They're looking to buy Take-Two itself. The whole goddamn
thing. The rumor.
I was thinking about goddamn. Oh shit! Oh lord, the big one was.
We're gonna dare
this. I signed that point contract in just in time.
We're gonna dare this right now. We got an update on this. We got an update on this situation.
Y'all go ahead.
We got an update on this situation. Joe Clooney. That he's been bombarded with inbounds. There is still no source to this Sony Take-Two story. Simply market chatter was incorrectly quoted. Okay,
that's false.
Hold on, market cap for Take-Two.
Don't believe
it. Your dust cap having ass up.
Hold on, market cap for Take-Two is around.
Scared.
Okay, y'all.
Can
I finish? The market cap for Take-Two is around $10 billion compared to Sony's $60 billion. The offer would be around $14 billion, which makes it even harder. Sony does have around $13 billion to $14 billion in cash equivalent at this moment, though. But people saying it's just it was misquoted. It's not true. It's just
that's a lot of goddamn bread there.
Right now. Do you think Sony finna spend $14 billion?
Yes.
And they just out of the hole.
Sony spends $14 billion acquiring Rockstar.
They better off doing Square Enix for
wait. If Sony does that, right, that effectively automatically wins them next generation and the generation.
I don't think
Square Enix for $4 billion, bro.
Let me see this.
Spend all your cash. Oh Lord.
Let me say this right here. I don't think
cash that they have on hand.
Hey, listen.
I expect better out of you, bro.
That's PlayStation cash. That's
I
PlayStation
expect
cash.
better out of you, bro.
If they were to do that, here's the thing. If they were to do that, right?
But it's okay if Microsoft buy up EA and all these other.
I don't think that. I don't.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
I don't think they'd make them exclusive.
Can't afford no games.
If Sony wanted to do a ballsy move like this, they would make them. They would still. I think they would leave the multi-plat. You know, you're still big. In my opinion, they was still. You know, that's how they're gonna make. They said when Microsoft bought Minecraft for $2 billion, they didn't just leave it exclusively on the Xbox. They made their money back in a year. And if Sony,
you gotta realize this, right? Right now, Sony is going up against. They're about to start going against Apple, Google, Amazon.
Now that
Nintendo. They're about to go, including the PC. They're about to go against all of these different entities. So they're going to go ahead and pull the Megatron. They're going to open the wallet, unlike Phil Spencer. They're not going to buy AA.
No, you ain't finna get away with this, brother. Hold on.
Bring the trophy back home.
No, I got to put on my 92.3 voice. You know, look. Did this boy just call out all that competition I've been calling out, and he's been saying that they are non-factors when it comes to Sony? And now he want to recognize this competition and say Sony is making moves based on that competition? When I've been saying that each podcast, and he been
post up. Nobody listens to somebody who eat fajitas for breakfast.
No, let's see.
All right, hold on. I was quoting Reset Era. I didn't say I know about finances and stocks, even though I did take stock classes for 2 years. But we're not going to even get into it. Shout out to C3L, Celebrity Capo with the 100 bits. He say, doubt they'll buy them, but if they do, everything will still come out on Xbox. Yeah. Oh, no. Sony kind of, when they get
I mean, that's how they make their money back. I mean, they would be smart if they were to.
Yeah, shout out to AP. He say, if they don't pull this off, then every GTA and RDR will be released to the PS first, to PlayStation first, just like Titanfall. Make y'all wait a year, and then you can get GTA and RDR. He said, Madden and EA. Okay, all right.
Well, GTA will be massive.
This will be a big move, though. But
that's a lot of bread, though. 14 days.
But you got to look and see how much money they Grand Theft Auto 5 made. That game made so many billions, so it's worth spending that.
I'm not negating that, but across many platforms,
though. It depends, man. It depends on.
But a lot of comments play. It depends on how much. I want to make my disclaimer, right? Because listen. I'm just gonna say this: it's bullshit, right? For the same reason I didn't believe Microsoft was gonna buy EA. And the reason why is this: Activision, Ubisoft, EA, Take-Two, those companies are huge and built to be multi-platform publishers. If Sony, I'll be honest. If Sony did buy Take-Two, then to me, that would be a sign that Sony is going the multi-platform right. Because that company is not built to make games like Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto exclusive to one platform. That's not how that infrastructure is set. So if any company would have bought EA or Ubi or Activision or Take-Two and make their game exclusive, they're going to lose money. Because that's not how those companies are built.
Rock, isn't it that the same that Sony is the only one that don't have multi-platform games and they need multi-platform multiplayer games?
But buying Take-Two is not the way to do it because the company is built as a multi-platform machine.
I'm gonna tell you,
what I'm saying?
If you look at the volume, right? The volume is
what if
$130 per share.
I don't think Google would buy them either. Like, if anybody's going to buy established studios, it's going to be the small studios. Like the Segas, the Bandai Namco. From Software, but you gotta understand, guys like Take-Two and Ubi and Activision, these are huge juggernaut machines built for multi-platform development. That's what they're designed as.
I agree with Porter.
They're too big for it. They're too big.
They send $130 per share. That's like $14 billion.
Yeah.
Sony is not about to empty their whole cash reserve on this one company. It just sounds like
Sony could build 5 brand new studios for a fraction of the price of buying Take-Two. They can build 5-6 new studios.
About 6-7 small studios and build them up. It's
for like $100 million. It's too much.
That's
way too much.
Hold on, let me pay the bills record. But man, Floyd Mayweather. He said, "Whatever Google buys Take-Twos and make them exclusive to only Google."
I'm not gonna buy them.
If they want to be taken serious,
I don't know, but
then you do something like this.
Look, I do see a big acquisition somewhere in the future. I don't know who it's going to come from, who it's going to be, but I do see a big acquisition that's going to come out of nowhere and be, whoa, that might surprise us. I don't know who it's going to be from, or what company it's going to be from.
A big whoa would be like somebody by From Software. It's doable, but it's huge. Yeah. Imagine Dark Souls being a
Square Enix is $4 billion. You could get Square Enix for $4 billion.
Yeah, Square Enix is probably a little doable. That's a little doable. Yeah. You know, something like that. But Take-Two, EA.
Hell no. Take-Two was just under.
If anything,
Vivendi was just trying to buy them out, right? And they
Vivendi was trying to take over their controller shares.
Yeah. And they tried to do it through that. They didn't outright.
They tried to do it the slick way.
$14 billion. Nah, ain't no company just. They tried to do it slick. They tried to buy their share. They
tried to buy their share and make decision making. Yeah, and France was like, "We see what you doing. Get the fuck out of here."
Hey, hold on, pay the bills right quick. Hold
crazy like Google something like this.
Look, Kratos. I know you popping them your Sheeta pills, but come out.
Hey, hold up. Hey, Pose, get Harriet Lee.
Okay, let me see. I see. All when Sony can't buy Take-Two, that's a whole lot of.
That's too big.
No.
I would have been. It would have been more believable if they would have said From Software. I would believe that.
That's before that one. It says, he said, remember the day you see the
I got it. Remember the time. Okay, here we go. Today, Take-Two have their own marketing and publishing division. If Sony buys up Take-Two, Sony could put down both Take-Two's marketing and publishing and just push all those dollars into Take-Two game development, and Sony doing the marketing and publishing. Win-win deal. But y'all not looking at the price point.
No. Here's the thing.
Y'all the only one talking sense on the show.
Listen, the publishing division itself is not a lot of money. Sure, they spend a lot of money on marketing, but the division itself, the salaries is not that big. Yeah. It's not. It's not that big. So even if you removed and fired or destroyed, whatever, liquidated the publishing marketing section because you have your own, that's not a lot of money.
Not only that,
sure, they spend money on marketing, but that's the money you give to ABC, to HBO, to the Golden State Warriors. That's different.
You're right, and you just spent $14 billion in cash. Now you got to think about the intake of the employees that you just took on in terms of paying them. How many are you going to keep? Are you going to fire them? It's so much that goes into purchasing things, big companies like that. They got to account for that. You guys are missing the point on.
And if you look at Take-Two, they really only have 2 games that are system sellers, or 3 maybe. Let's say 3 at the most. Is NBA 2K, Rockstar, and maybe BioShock. That's it. All the other shit, like really XCOM. Are you really gonna advertise? Is XCOM 3 really a console seller? It's not. There's a lot of games that aren't console sellers. They're good games, but they're not console sellers. You ain't gonna pay $14 billion. Yeah, it's really GTA, Red Dead, and fucking NBA 2K.
That's it.
That's not worth $14 billion.
Yeah.
Hold on, you got flavor with it.
GTA is a money getter, but it's not worth $14
It's not $14 billion.
And that's exactly what you'll be paying for. And they output is like every 6 years.
And the game won't come out every 10 years.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Floyd Mayweather with the 50 bits. He said, Microsoft, I can see them getting BioWare the games. They put
I'm gonna be out for
getting slammed by reviews. Microsoft could do better than EA, maybe without loot boxes and crazy microtransactions. What do you think about BioWare? Post up. BioWare is one of those games that was exclusive to the Xbox when it first came out. It's a dope title. I think it's in terms of IP purchasing and buying licenses and IP.
BioWare, they're a publisher.
The publisher post.
Oh, we talking about BioWare. I'm thinking of BioShock. I'm thinking of BioShock.
No, we talking about BioWare. I like Anthem though.
BioWare is owned by EA. If EA let them go, I don't see Microsoft picking them up. I do see them employing some of their employees.
But listen, has Anthem done good in the sales?
I don't know.
Nothing's come off it so far. I mean, it's a bit early, but
yeah, it was selling well in the UK, but you sell you only sell 30,000 to be hit top of the charts in the UK. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 30-40K.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
I like the
something. Fly in the cloud. Did you read the rumor? When they said that Sony was trying to buy Take-Two, and they trying to buy it in cash? Most of them they trying to do it in cash, with the shares valued at 130 per share, which turns out around about 14 billion. It's not me saying they're gonna buy them in cash. It's the rumor. Y'all, you ain't even get out the chat and go read.
Mm-hmm. No, it'd be crazy if Sony look. I'll be honest. I wish Sony buys it.
I hope they do it.
It brings more competition to the game. Then
why would they buy?
I'm just saying competition is good.
Them.
I can see them buying stocks or shares in a company trying to do what Vivendi tried to do before they backed off, but spending the whole cash reserve on 3 titles that come out every 6-7 years.
But Post look at GTA 5.
They can change that though. Post. They don't have to continue with that same structure.
Do you think Sony is financially in the in the space?
Sony does not have to have. Sony does not have to have the cash that Microsoft and Google have in order to do that. They're focusing on video games now, and the future of it. They have VR. They have all this other stuff coming. They got a PS5 coming. Yeah. They need something in their stable to continue to solidify them as the great.
Look, Sony's like going to stick to what they're good at, and that's going to be the console space. But they're definitely going to dip their toes into the streaming, more with the cloud service.
Well, they already have that, so this is. But
I'm saying they're dipping more into it. They're putting more investment into it. Look, they're not going to
just like they do VR.
Google and Microsoft and Amazon. They know that they're not going to be on the same level as them guys, but they'll have something there to kind of be in the. Be in that space.
Listen, here's the thing. I think you guys are giving all these other companies too much credit for something that they haven't yet shown and proven, and that's for one.
Well, the proven Sony has in the Google stream
over 25 years in proving themselves. So
that's
you guys are kind of selling them too short.
I'm not.
But listen, okay, they have the cloud technology, right? Google, Microsoft, they have the cloud technology. All these other companies have the cloud technology. Yeah. But if they don't have the games to sell, what good is cloud technology if you don't have the software to sell it to people?
But this is what we're going to find out next week.
The software,
Google,
and they have the know-how, and they have the
Microsoft is kind of shitting themselves with Google. When each time Google releases a video or teaser about streaming, Microsoft does some stupid shit like yesterday. Do you know what I mean?
It's not a good look. Microsoft just doesn't have that person that can deliver on their messaging, and that's the problem. I mean, we all saw. Look,
regardless if she was playing it or not, it was a shit showing.
Well, they did the same thing with Crackdown a couple of years ago when they showed it off. Remember? They just can't deliver. Microsoft just can't deliver.
What it is with Microsoft, they're trying to stay with Google. Each time Google announces something like what they did yesterday, Microsoft seems to just fucking dive head in first. Do you know what I mean? And say, we got our cloud service here, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
coming in the future.
Well, the problem with Microsoft is we've been waiting 5-6 years for their cloud technology to show off, and Crackdown was supposed to be it. And when that came out, the showing wasn't good, so therefore everybody went back to their corners and they forgot about Microsoft's offering. So they still have to prove a lot of stuff.
Yeah, of course they got to prove that Xcloud on the mobile phones. I don't have a doubt if it's streaming at home, to some sort of your laptop, whatever. I don't have a doubt, but on the go, gaming, that's where the problem is going to be with the latency and all that, and they need to improve that. To be honest,
exactly. And
at home is not an issue. At home is not an issue.
Yeah, so far Google is pretty much in the lead because they showed you that they can do the whole
streaming at home,
streaming thing with the Assassin's Creed. So that made a believer out of a lot of people. Whereas Microsoft, what has made you a believer in them delivering on the cloud? I know they have the Azure cloud and this and that, but we haven't seen anything gaming coming from that. We haven't seen that.
Yeah, and
yesterday with the lady with the huge laggy controller or the footage playing, and she was just gibbering and jabbering with a controller. It looked like she was playing a totally different game. So
yeah, I looked at it carefully. It looked like she was playing it, but
that shit was fake.
No. Listen, that shit was fake. When you're playing a racing game, you do not take your thumbs off the controller.
Yeah, and
she was playing like
she was tapping the gas. She was tapping the gas. Like you tap the brake.
No, gas and Forza is the triggers. The triggers are the gas, right?
But listen, no girl, no ladies.
Wait. Hey, Sean. Hey, Kumar.
She's not a gamer.
Hey, Kumar.
She's not a gamer. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, look. You from Pakistan, right?
Let me talk.
So what the? Wait. Hold on. Listen here, man.
No. Listen, brother. Yeah. Listen, brother. I'm from the UK, born and bred.
No, okay. I'm just saying, she wasn't fucking playing no goddamn Forza.
She can't play again. She's not a fucking gamer.
This is a dag.
Why would Microsoft? And that's the problem. Microsoft keep putting these people who are inexperienced to show their product, and this is the.
Let me tell you something now, J-Dub. Exactly. Then the way she was holding the pad, that's the way my missus holds the pad.
Yeah, she was turning.
Hey, Sean.
Her left thumb. She kept clicking. It kept clicking in and letting it go. Like who plays the game?
Yeah. Sure.
That's how they play.
Sure.
Listen,
honestly,
my missus plays that like.
Ain't no Santa Claus.
Like Z.
Santa Claus ain't real. I mean, Sean.
Well, aliens ain't real. How the fuck can you talk about aliens and Santa Claus is not real? Come on.
Hey, you saw the picture that frog I posted, right?
That's the fucking bullfrog. Nah, this. Listen.
You thought that was real?
Uncle Teddy roofed you when you were a kid, and he made you believe in aliens.
Hey, listen.
Made you believe in aliens. Took you for the ride, like in the movie Flight of the Navigator.
Hey, so you thought that was real?
I think it was real because I looked at her fingers like when she braked and but it was a shit showing straight up.
Okay.
And it did look laggy.
All right. Let me say this right. Anything you say today can and will be used against you in a later show. You know that, right?
Of course.
Okay. All right. So it was fake.
It's how you show it, Z. When you're showing something,
unless that latency was horrible. Unless that latency was really bad.
Listen, I say it was fake.
It was fake.
I say it was fake.
Yeah.
But at worst, right? It was a 3-second delay at worst, and that in itself is enough to turn me off and say I'll never try that trash.
This is the thing. They're doing it with a fast game as well. Forza is a fast game. When it's on the move, at least show something's a bit slower. This is why I'm thinking why they're not speeding up. Now when you see a press a trigger and keep it around about 80 miles per hour, I think that's one of the reasons. Once the game picks up really fast, I think it'd be laggy.
Listen, that was a controlled environment. Anything, right? Ain't nobody on the Xcloud but
exactly.
What no goddamn lag. That shit was fake.
Exactly.
It ain't got millions of Xcloud people playing using up the servers. That was one woman inside a controlled environment. That was a video they had on a cell phone and had it up there like this. Come on, man. We gotta be real. We gotta call spade to spade. That shit was fake.
And you know the cell phone was connected to Wi-Fi and wasn't over cellular.
But listen, she's come out. That same lady has come out and she was playing it. Regardless if she's lying or not, she has said it that she was playing it.
Phil also said that the Xbox was the best box, and that was
Phil's right about that. We don't deny it. We have the best box ever.
See, and what he said, but shout out my brother Floyd Mayweather said, "Why you always damage control?" Remember when he said games didn't matter and services did? Oh, you said that, Sean?
What do you mean? Sean, did I say that? That sounds like post or so on.
Oh, you said that wasn't me. That was. You said no. What's my man name? What's my son name? Nev. That was Nethus. That wasn't me. That was Nev.
Who's gonna believe?
Me? Oh, you lying eyes. What would D-Pipe here that said, Joe? Wait a minute. Hold on now, man. Wait a minute now, man.
Listen, everything matters from the game, from your services, online. Everything matters.
Okay, all right. Let me say this.
Z, check this out. So if there was just this one woman streaming this game,
yeah.
Imagine if you're going to take 10, 15 million.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm
No way.
It's gonna be dog shit. This is what they need to prove. Like,
so tell me again, how is this better than PS Now? Tell me.
I ain't gonna lie, this shit look worse than PS Now.
Exactly.
I'll be honest with you. I've never tried. Well, I only tried it once, but once we have this in our hands, then we can judge it. But for now, it's looking shit.
All right.
You are now
agree with you guys. It doesn't look the best.
Podcast.
Once I get it in my own hands and fuck about with it, then I'll give my take on it.
Love.
Rest in peace, Xbox Podcast.
He's talking PlayStation love right now. So pop your sheeta pills, grab your glass of Hennessy, and vibe too.
Last but not least, I want to touch on. It looks like either Nintendo's pulling out a crossplay, or Epic put the ban hammer down on them. Like, what's all this about? No longer crossplay with the Switch and Xbox and PS4 with Fortnite.
I think it's only for. I think from what Neth was saying, it involved if you go in solo. That you'll only be able to play with iOS and Android users. But if you go in as a group, you still will be able to cross-play with, I think, PS4 and Xbox gamers. That's
what regardless, that's a change of policy that they have, and so that's whack. So all this cross-play stuff, they whined, they cried about it. They said Sony was the bad guy in this thing, and now these companies are starting to make changes anyway without it. So
because if you
where's the outrage? Where's the outrage?
I think it's in terms of a numbers thing. I think they looked at what the numbers was doing solo, and that in this case, you'll be more susceptible to playing with a lot of people on iOS and Android going in solo versus going in as a group where you got Xbox and PlayStation players you can game up with real quick, but I think the solo numbers was probably down, and that's why they made that decision. That's what it sounded like to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't have a Switch anyway. I'm about to buy my children one, but
Oh, okay. Let's find drops in the chat.
Morrowind.
Yeah.
Did he take that off Morrowind? He said with the 50 beans, he said you going to walk around with a controller. You're a fanny pack. Get the out of here. Now, see, that's is a misconception right there.
No, that's true.
Jason does not know with a funny pack.
No, listen.
When you're talking about streaming,
Jason, don't talk that shit now. I'll send you with the Nintendo Switch.
Hey, you weren't supposed to tell nobody about that.
Backpacks.
Sorry, bro.
As they move around, as if people don't have vehicles where they can just reach in their car, grab a controller.
Who is driving? Post up. Who is driving their car while they playing this? Get your.
I'm not saying driving. I'm just saying
you're talking about
people don't have backpacks where they
small.
It's a small or go in the back of their car. Hey, go grab my controller out that bag real quick and let me. You know what I'm saying?
So everybody going camping out in the wilderness.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Yeah,
everybody go home. They're gonna jump on their PlayStation.
I've never seen anyone. I've never seen anyone in the UK. Look, I drive buses for a living. I've never seen any motherfuckers with switches on the buses whilst I'm taking them around.
99.9% people play their switches.
Pictures of,
they play them at home. Docked. So all this mobile stuff.
The only game I played on undocked was Tetris 99.
Yeah.
That is a good game, though. A good bedtime game.
You're dumping your entire fan base for an imaginary fan base where you think that they'll be wanting to play Assassin's Creed and 2K on their cell phones with a controller and stuff. You're hoping and praying, but
I'll give you an example there.
The casual don't want to play like that.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure about the casual there, but like Assassin's Odyssey, I've completed the main story in that game, but there's so much side story. And if I had like 15-20 minutes of work, and if it did work, I'm saying Xcloud or wherever, Google Stream, wherever, like on the go, I'm saying, I wouldn't mind doing the side missions. Not the main story. I wouldn't mind doing some of these side missions because there's so much in that game. This is what I'll probably use it for. I would never ever play Gears or Uncharted, like the main stories, on a fucking mobile phone. You know, it'll always be on the big screen. Only the side missions or some, you know, even with Forza, like, you know, just do the side mission, do a race here, but it's never gonna take over. It'll never be your main platform. Never.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. It ain't for me. You know, I ain't knocking anyone. That's not my thing. You know what I mean? Hold up. Floyd makes it critter wise. The Switch selling for proper portability. Remember, Nintendo does well with handhelds.
Well, because it's the only Nintendo product you can buy right now. Besides,
I'm saying,
you know, that's
I've never seen it. So maybe in the busier city like London or Manchester, you might see it more often, but around here, it's not. You know, I've hardly seen it.
Even on Twitter,
it's only once, maybe just once.
Even on Twitter, you ask people, you know, how do you play your Switch? Like, majority of people say it's docked. It's because it's a Switch. It's a Nintendo console. That's why it's selling. Not, I mean, yes, the portability helps when you travel, but you know, other than that, nobody wants.
Says it's only really product, I guess, to play the new games.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I think we
guys still here?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
I think we about covered about just about everything. We did the Take-Two. We did the Inside PC. You can't hear us, Sean?
I'm here, Sean.
I don't know what the fuck going on with Sean.
Oh well.
Yeah, Sean with his weird shit. That's that Xcloud got his ass in that control environment. But listen, man, if you guys enjoyed the show today, yo, what's up, bro? We hear you.
Yeah, we hear you. He was just closing out.
Sean, mute this motherfucker here. You got to get muted. Got to mute him. Sean acting crazy, baby. Sean back there getting high, seeing ghosts and demons. Back there hitting that pipe with D. But listen, if you guys enjoyed this shit, wait, I don't know where D at, man. Sean too busy botting.
D hiding ever since that the Sony spending that cash on Rockstar. He hiding.
Hey, SS9, hold on.
I'm back. I'm back.
SS9, you was asking me something about the bits. If you go to the top of the screen, it's right there, and you can $1 or something, and just type in chair, and you can leave whatever you want to leave. You know what I mean? It's right up the top of the screen. It says get bits. It's right there. Yeah, if I'm reading, you asked me something earlier, but I'm just saying it. But
did y'all read the what's the name?
Oh yeah, Merwin, you go and walk around with the
Switch. Why is the Switch selling?
Yeah, and you said, he said basically because it's the Nintendo's only console to play their newer games on. You know what I mean?
Boy, this boy Kratos.
Hey Z, send me that last hot mic. I didn't get it. Oh yeah, I got you, bro. I got you, Floyd. I'm about to upload one that we did from BGST. Actually, it's upload. I just gotta put it on Patreon. I'm gonna send you both of them. I got you, good brother. But yeah, man, listen. If anybody enjoyed the show today, if you're new to the platform, shout out to you. Follow. That's where I will be doing my shows at. To other, otherwise. But hey, Paul, are we doing Expand Your Mind tonight?
I'm sure. Yeah, sure. We'll do Expand Your Mind.
All right, so listen, we're going to expand your listen. Now listen, we're going to do Expand Your Mind. And for those who know what Expand Your Mind is, that what we talk about UFOs, politics, religion. I just posted a big ass frog yesterday.
We're going to talk about that 4 feet frog.
Hey, yo, listen. Hey, bro, I'm going to send you a video post. It was a joker from back in the day, right down south, right? I got to find the video. But anyway, he said he seen a frog about 4 feet tall, walking on 2 legs. Everybody called him nuts and shit, man. Like, word up. But now we
you got you see a picture of it now.
Oh yeah,
so you got to question that. Just like people don't believe, laugh at people and stuff, but that stuff real though.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean. But like I said, we didn't. There's a lot of things that we haven't discovered. Yep. But tonight on Expand Your Mind, we're gonna do that around like 9 o'clock, 9:30, whatever. Post. I ain't got no jobs. I'll be honest.
I'm off today, so
we're gonna make it happen. But if you guys enjoyed the show, you'd be so kind to hit the share button. We'll be back. I'm gonna try this Assassin's Creed Odyssey on the app. I never played it on the box, brand new. Also, we'll be giving away a copy of it too. I'm going to give away a copy of it tonight. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Shout out to everybody in the chat though. We out here. Says showing someone sniffing in the Xcloud PC board Pixie does. Or we'll post up and Phil. Yeah, we out here.